spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This should be a great game here. This is the Battle of the St. John's. Quic's head coach is Mr. Brandon Bishop. And the Ponte we have Matthew Finney, head coaches. Ponte will be on offense, first and 10.
It's 10U football time, yes, it's 10U football time here in the land of QwikCut, here at Bartram Trails High School for the 10U Silver Bracket Championship between the Ponte Vedra Sharks and the Creeks Outlaws. Once again, if you're just joining us, my name is Conrad Volch. It's my privilege and pleasure to bring you the football games live today. Saw some great competition this morning with the 6U game. 25-20 was the final score. Oak Leaf over Hillard. Not Hillard, excuse me. Yeah, Hillard. And then most recently the 8U game, the Callahan Warriors took down the Clay Powell Guardians by a score of 12-6. Got this game and one more for championship weekend for the silver bracket. As Ponte Vedra starts one offense, run it up to about the 41-yard line, bring up 3rd and 4. Ponte Vedra is in the black pants, white jerseys with powder blue numbers and some black helmets with their powder blue shark logo. Creeks Outlaws in all black with white lettering and the Outlaw logo on the side of the helmet. Both road teams on the scoreboard have had victories today. We'll see if the Creeks Outlaws breaks that and becomes the first home team on the scoreboard to win a championship game today. And this is another 4 10-minute quarter game. Ponte Vedra runs it up the middle, and that's enough for a first down. Forward progress. It's the running back there. It's number 2 of Jacob Hines. One thing we saw in the 6U game, both teams ran the ball. Saw a little bit of passing and running in the last game, mostly running. We'll see what we get here with 10U and with 12U. But this is the North Florida Youth Football Conference Championship weekend. Had all the gold brackets yesterday. Silver brackets today. High snap, flag is down. Ball gets carried to about the 49, but it looks like it's going to be coming back. Be a false start. So that'll back it up to the 40. Make it a 1st and 15.
We have a 1st and 15.
So 7:30 remaining in this first quarter. Creeks Outlaws are led by Brandon Bishop. On the other side, the Ponte Vedra Sharks are led by Matthew Denny. High snap. Taken here by Graham LeBlanc. And it looks like the football came out. They're fighting for it in the pile underneath. That football was definitely out. They're trying to clean up the mess from underneath there. And looks like it's recovered by Ponte Vedra. That was John Cameron Edson that got the football back for Ponte Vedra.
We have about a second and 8.
We started with 1st and 15. About a 2nd and 7 here for Ponte Vedra. High snap again. And he'll be tackled in the backfield. Ball carried by Emra Allen Klepik. He gets hit first by Eric Hart. And this will bring up 3rd and about 12. Defense getting after it here for Creeks early here in the first.
About a 3rd down and 12.
So just under 5:30 left in the first quarter. Penalty markers on the field. False start on Ponte Vedra. Quarterback for Ponte Vedra is Matthew Denny. So 3rd and about 17 here for Ponte Vedra. They have to get to the 45 for a first down of the Outlaws. They are sitting at their own 39. Taking the snap is Denny, trying to find an open man downfield. It's tipped in the air and falls incomplete. On the coverage there for Creeks was John Ketron. And that'll be 4th down. So this will be a punt by Ponte Vedra. So the Creeks Outlaws defense gets off the field. And they'll start with the football. See where the referee spotted here. Start with it at their own 36 or 37, it looks like. So we have an official's timeout for a water break as it's starting to get hot here in St. John's, Florida. We'll give you the weather here. It's about 83 degrees outside. Says it feels like 85. It's about 64, 65 degrees this morning. And we all got here about 9 a.m. It says it's supposed to rain a little later today. See how long the rain stays away for these games. But if you're in the St. Johns County, coastal flood advisory remains in effect until 6 p.m. tonight. So just be careful if you're down near the St. Johns River Basin. So the Creeks Outlaws start with the football 1st and 10 from their own 37. And we've got a penalty marker down. Looks like it's for a false start.
False start, offense. loss of 5 yards. First and 15.
Creeks football is local here to St. John's, Florida. Ponte Vedra comes to us from Ponte Vedra Beach. There's a big run here for the Outlaws. So a 1st and 15 turns into about a 2nd and 6. John Ketron on the run. Both these teams about 40 minutes apart. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. High snap. Good handoff going towards the right side. We got a flag in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
I think that was, looked like it was Wyatt Seal that had the handoff, I believe. Number 8.
Yeah, lost of 10 yards.
So penalty on the play was for holding. So replay, 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 31 for Creeks.
Now we have about a 2nd and 17.
So 2nd and 17 for Creeks. Try the toss. Another flag is down. Runner gets free, and he'll cross the 1st down marker. John Ketron, but it looks like it's coming back. Another holding penalty on the Creeks Outlaws. So the offense is going backwards here. Ponte Vedra's offense stalled out on their drive, but Creeks has had the running lanes, just has not been able to get out of the way of penalties here.
2nd down and about 27.
So a long 2nd and 27 here for the Outlaws. So we're just under 3.5 left here in the first quarter. This is a handoff here. I believe that was John Ketron on the carry. Brings it up to about the 27-yard line. Still a long way to go for the Outlaws. So 2.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Both teams looking for their first score of the game.
3rd down and about 21.
About a 6-yard gain last thing here, and we've got a run. Number 15, Brenton Nesbitt. It'll be a long 4th down. We'll see if Creeks decides to punt it. And it looks like they will. So a drive each for each team. And 2 punts here. So neither offense able to get it into pay dirt.
It'll be First and 10
So 1st and 10 from the
on Ponte Vedra.
Sharks 45 for Ponte Vedra.
Minute 33 left in the first quarter.
About minute 33 left here in this first quarter.
I see it. First snap.
Correct snap here for the Sharks. Tackle made there by Gabriel Duncan and Lucas Thatcher in that backfield. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for the Sharks.
If you're missing your phone, you have it up here in the press box. Phone has an Ocean phone case.
So the Sharks have 3 receivers to the left. Running back in the backfield. This will be a run by the quarterback. Oh, they pitch it to the left side. Oh my goodness, he gets free. That's number 7 of Emra Allen Klepik, and he's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Ponte Vedra.
Wow. Matthew Denny looked like he was dead to right at about a 4-yard gain. Makes the last-second pitch, and Klepik takes it all the way in for a touchdown. 6-0 Sharks, pending the 1-point try. I mean, you see it here. That toss happened right about there. And I mean, it was just off to the races there for Klepik. Or Klepik, excuse me. So 21.5 seconds left here in this first quarter. Ponte Vedra getting ready to line up for the 1-point try. They're going to do the 1 from the 3. Again, it's the 1 from the 3 or the 2 from the 5. Snap to the quarterback. He is eaten alive in the backfield. First one to hit him was number 59 of Marcus Malakote. And this will keep it at a 6-0 ball game. Sharks over the Outlaws. So again, big stop there. Big stop there for the Outlaws to keep it a 6-0 game. Again, pending the score in a made point after attempt. Creek still has a chance to take the lead. The Outlaws will begin 1st and 10 from the 35.
1st and 10, Outlaws. 21 seconds left in the first quarter. And off.
He handed off to Ketron. Like he had a head of steam, but got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. And this looks to be the final play of the first quarter. So after 1, the Ponte Vedra Sharks 6 and the Creeks Outlaws 0. We'll take a pause, and we'll bring you the second quarter in just a couple moments. Bryce Bendel. He'll be up for about a 5-yard gain. So third and about 4.5 for the Outlaws. And if you're just joining us here on Quick Cut, the Ponte Vedra Sharks struck first in the first quarter with a long touchdown run by Emra Allen Klimpick. Creek's Outlaws trying to answer, and that was Brenton Nesbitt who couldn't quite get around the corner. This will bring up 4th down.
That was a tackle by number 51,
John Cameron Edson with the tackle for the Sharks. And it looks like it's going to be a punt. Looks like it's going to be a punt there for the Outlaws, so they'll go ahead and spot the football. They'll put the football down at the, looks like the Sharks 35. Just heard someone from the crowd say 6'7". So, was not trying to say anything about that, but crowd forced my hand. Not really. I chose to say it, but nonetheless, Sharks will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35. Defenses have been stifling on both sides, but been pretty consistent on defense, except for the lone touchdown run by Ponte Vedra. And look at that host of Outlaws. It's like the ones who had pieces of that was Keelan Bell, and I think that was also Barrett Turner and Eric Hart that got in the backfield for the Outlaw defense there. So that'll be about a 2nd and 13 for the Sharks. So we hear the cowbells ringing from the Outlaw faithful crowd here right in front of our press box. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field taken by Ponte Vedra. This is their first of the first half. So that timeout, 7 minutes and 34 seconds left in this first half. In the heat starting to make its presence known here on this October afternoon. About 83, 84 degrees outside. So 2nd and 13 from the 32. Ponte Vedra needs the 45. And the snap is high. Goes over the head of Matthew Denny. But it is covered up there by the Sharks. That's recovered there by number 44 of Kellen Rapetti. So this will be third 3rd and I think 25. Ball spotted at the 20. They need the 45 for a first. So we'll see what the Sharks got in their bag of tricks. 3 receivers out to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll throw it backwards. And that receiver is swallowed up in the backfield. Outlaws do their job on defense. And we will more than likely see a punt here. So it will be a punt. And we'll change sides for the football. See where they decide to put the spot down for the Outlaws. Walk it down to the 40, looks like the 41-yard line of Ponte Vedra. So that's where Creekside will begin their drive. 5 minutes, 55 seconds left here in the first half. Creeks, three running backs in the backfield. Good handoff there. Trying to get free is Ketron. And he'll run for about 4, I believe. Ball spotted at about the 37. Another handoff. This time it'll be Britton Nesbitt. It'll be close to a first down. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 1 for the Outlaws. So best starting field position for Creeks here in this first half. Trying to take full advantage of it here. Another handoff here. And the football's out, but falling back on top of it was John Ketron. And that'll be enough. That'll be enough for a first down and an official's timeout for a water break. And the heat starting to rise outside. Again, was about 64, 65 degrees for this first game this morning at 10. And it has since gone up to about 83, 85 degrees here in St. John's. Here at Bartram Trails High School. And beautiful area around the school with the trees and the forest area. Big farm country out here in this area of Florida. And that's a fumble on the pitch. Able to get on top of it was Eric Hart, who the ball was intended for. At quarterback for the Outlaws is number 59 of Marcus Malacote. So 2nd and 13 for Creeks. They need the, looks like the 17 for a first down. This pitch is connected and trying to get to the right side was Brenton Nesbitt. He'll get to about the 26-yard line. It's going to set up about a 3rd and 9 for Creeks Outlaws, and we got a timeout. Creeks, their first of the first half. One thing we've noticed about the first 2 games and now the trend continuing here in the 3rd game is, and honestly, it really just depends on situational awareness or what both teams are looking like or what they want to try and get out of a play. But most of the time, we don't really see timeouts taken in the first half until right under that 3.5-minute mark. And then for the second half, it's been pretty consistent around the same area. But Creek's trying to take advantage of this drive because, I mean, best field position for either team has been this drive. They started about the, I believe it was the 40. But both defenses have just been nails for both of these teams. Outside of that one pitch, for Ponte Vedra, it's been all defenses all the time. Oh, we've got a switch around. Trying to get to the left side is John Ketron. But there is a penalty marker on the field. Looks like it's going to be offensive holding. But we'll wait for what the white hat tells us. It is holding. So that'll back up that'll erase the first down run. And in other news, University of Florida is hiring a new head coach. Billy Napier just got fired, according to ESPN. But picked up the victory yesterday against, I believe it was Mississippi State. But they have decided to move in a different direction. Speaking of directions, Outlaws trying to run it off to the left and cut back inside, but the Shark defense said no way. Looks like that was between, I think that was Broderick Beyerbach that got in on the tackle for the Sharks. So that'll be a punt for the Creeks Outlaws. So the Outlaws had great field position to start this drive after the change of possession. So they'll back up the Sharks to the 14-yard line. So the Ponte Vedra Sharks have 2:06 on the clock to try and get another score before halftime. Ponte Vedra's got 2 timeouts remaining, as does the Outlaws.
2 minutes, 6 seconds left. At the end of the first half. Sharks starting on their
The Sharks take the snap. It's Matthew Denny on the run. Picks up about 4. Again, no timeouts called. Again, very heavily defense in this first half. You've only really seen one breakout run. There's been no like red zone plays or any such thing. It's just been very hard-nosed defense on both sides, which has been a little different from what we've seen. First game saw a lot of run offense. Second game saw a mix of offense and defense. This game's just been pure defense outside of the one score. Another snap right to the quarterback, and Outlaws just limiting the gain of the Sharks. Gain of 1. Be 3rd and 4 from the 20. They need the 24. Clock is ticking down to 40 seconds here in this second quarter. Again, both teams have 2 timeouts. We'll see, depending on what happens after this play, see if either team decides to take a timeout. Doesn't look like either team is. So Sharks 3rd and 4 from the 20. They need the 24. 6-0 Ponte Vedra over Creeks. And we got a timeout. Ponte Vedra with 7.3 seconds on the clock. Well, see what the Ponte Vedra's got up their sleeve. Because, again, like I said, Creeks has 2 timeouts. So, depending on what happens with this 3rd down play, if you're Creeks, you have depending on how fast it goes, you might have a chance to stop it with a couple seconds left and see where it goes. But, again, depending on how long this play takes to develop, this more than likely will be the final play of the first half. This will be a direct snap. Oh, looking to pass, and just out of reach. We're looking for number 19 of Lincoln Kessler. And like I said, depending on the play, it'll be very interesting. So 1.4 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Ponte Vedra is going to go for it. And at this point, I mean, you might as well, because it would be pretty immaculate if you could get a sack that quickly and then call a timeout. But Ponte Vedra will line up for one more play. See if they're going to try and run a similar play that they had the last time, because Lincoln Kessler had some separation. It's just the ball was just a little tad too far. They'll decide to play it safe with the run. It's taken there by, I think it was Henry Naraki. So that will end it for the first half. Slugfest on defense. But after 20 minutes, Ponte Vedra Sharks lead the Creeks Outlaws by a score of 6-0. We'll take about a 10-minute break, and we'll bring you the second half action here on QwikCut between the Sharks and the Outlaws. Don't go too far. Well, we welcome you back here on QwikCut for the second half between the Ponte Vedra Sharks and the Creeks Outlaws. Creeks will start with the football to begin the second half. They'll start it with a designed run for Bryce Bendel. And the clock did not start.
Second down and 8.
Still stuck at 10 minutes. So referees are, there we go, clock has started. So this is another designed run. This is direct snap. And what a run there for Bryce Bendel. So after a first half of mostly drive stalling for both teams, again, the only touchdown we got is a long run by Emra Allen Klempick. And that was off the pitch from Matthew Denny. That's really the only offense we've had, because most of the drives we've had in this game have stalled out because of heavy run defense or a turnover on downs. And really for Creeks, this is their trying to get this momentum switched to their side so they can get on the board here. Pitch it in the backfield. This will be about a 2 to 3 yard gain. Pitched it off to John Ketron. He's gotten a lot of the touches today for the Creeks Outlaws. Second and about 8 from the 40, I believe the 40, well, let's call it about the 47. And Creeks held scoreless in that first half. Another handoff to Ketron, and he does a great job hanging on to the football. Those Sharks were looking to rip that ball out and nearly did. So another third and long here for Creeks. It's been the theme of this game. A lot of third and longs. Had some punts. Again, they don't do an actual punt with the kick here in the 10U game. They just do it, the motion of it and the illusion of it, and then they just take the referees take the football and spot it where it could have been punted to. And handoff once again to Ketron, and he gets it closer to a first down. This is going to bring her up 4th and 2. So Creeks looks like they're going to leave their offense on the field. They need the 44. They are at the 46. So receiver out left, one out to the right. They'll do the handoff. Ketron up the middle, and he'll run for about 5 and get tackled around the 39. First down, Creeks. So 6:40 remaining here in the third quarter. And Creeks' best start to a drive all day. Had some good field position earlier, but could not take advantage of it. Handoff again. This will be handed off to number 32 of William Maybe. First touch today for Maybe and the Outlaws. So this will be second and about 8 from the 37. This time back to Kentron. And he'll carry that down to about the 30. So bring up a third and way more manageable. 3rd and 2. You know, the uniform scheme for the Creeks Outlaws kind of reminds me of the Alliance of American football team called the Birmingham Iron. They had the same colors, the black jerseys, and then they had kind of the silver stripe down the middle. And then for Ponte Vedra, they look like the Coastal Carolina jerseys, or uniforms, I should say. So the run is about a 1-yard run, and then it'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 1 from the 30. They need the 31. So Creeks 1 for 1 on 4th downs this drive. Trying to keep this drive going. They've possessed the ball the entire quarter. Again, 4 10-minute quarters for 8U on. The 6U game was 2 22-minute halves. And this will be taken up the middle. Second run of the drive by William Maybe, and he has plenty for a Outlaw first down, and the drive continues. So clock stops momentarily at 4 minutes. Six-minute drive to start the third quarter here for Creeks. 2 for 2 on 4th down this drive. This will be a pass, and just too far. And we're looking for William Maybe. It was Bryce Bendel on the launch. Just a tad too far. That'll stop the clock at 3:37. So 2nd and 10 from the 28.
2nd and 10.
And that looks like it might be offsides. That's what it will be. Offsides on the Sharks. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 23.
That'll make it 2nd and 5, Outlaws.
So two receivers to the left. And they will be a quarterback keeper trying to get around the left side. He does. And he'll get all the way down to about the 9. That's Bryce Bendel. No flags. Drive continues for Creeks. Spot the football. Be 1st and goal from the 10. And we'll have a officials timeout for a water break here in the third quarter.
Officials timeout.
And And while they do that, we'll give you some score updates from around the NFL, just to get you caught up to date on your favorite teams or just the organized chaos that we have that is sports. Chiefs leading the Raiders 21-0 in the third quarter. Browns leading the Dolphins at halftime 17-6. Patriots over the Titans 17-13 in the third quarter. Panthers lead the Jets 10-3. Jets still looking for their first win. Bears up 20-7 over the Saints at half. And the Eagles over the Vikings 14-6 at halftime. And still to come is the 4 o'clock and 4:25 window. Update you on that later. But out of the officials' timeout. Under 3:15 to play here in this third quarter. 6+, almost 7-minute drive here for the Outlaws. This ball carried by number 32, William Mabey. This will be second and goal. About a yard gain, so it'll be second and goal from the 9. This almost feels like an Army football drive. I had one yesterday that was like 18 plays, only went about 48 yards. Took almost 12 minutes off the clock. You know what it ended in? A 44-yard missed field goal. The more you know. But we'll see what Creeks can do with this drive. Second and goal from the 9. Hand it off. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It is a handoff, actually, but I thought it was up the middle. And it's John Ketron. Goes to the right. They fooled me. I thought it was handed off to Brenton Nesbitt. But a little bit of trickery, and how do you do? That'll make it third and goal from the 3. So this is the longest drive of the game for either team. And Ponte Vedra scored on a drive earlier. And that's a good open field tackle there. Handoff was to Brenton Nesbitt. Tackled down by Kellen Rapetti. That's a timeout called by Creeks. They'll have 2 remaining for the rest of the half, but this will be fourth and goal from about the 3-yard line. Big play coming up for either side. For Creeks, it's you want to get it in the end zone. For Ponte Vedra, if you can have a defensive stand here, that's big time, but the only concern is the ball is right by the goal line. So 1:09 remaining here in the third quarter. 8-minute, 51-second drive for Creeks to open this second half. Drive started at their own 35. Big play coming up. Can the Outlaws finally find pay dirt, or will the Sharks stand tall here? Bryce Bendel takes the snap. Running to his left. Thought about cutting it inside. It's going to be close. And he's tackled right around the 4. What a defensive stand for Ponte Vedra. That's a 8-minute, 59-second drive that results in no points. And Ponte Vedra will start possession at the 5. It looked like the Outlaws had a lane off to the left, but the Sharks able to stay spread out and prevent anything from sneaking in. But Ponte Vedra will get their first drive of the second half, up 6-0. So Ponte Vedra from their own 5. Take the snap. That's a strong run to start the drive. No flags. I believe that was number 9 of James Hilly. So a 10-yard run. Clock will stop momentarily. And looks like we got a penalty marker on the field. Offsides on Creeks. So this will make it a 1st and 5 with 18.9 seconds left on the clock. So this likely will be so that was the last play of the drive. The Sharks are just going to let the clock run out. That'll do it for the third quarter. We are still at 6-0. Ponte Vedra over Creeks. We'll have one more quarter to determine your champion for the 10U North Florida Youth Football Conference Silver Bracket here at Bartram Trail High School. But it's just, it really, outside of the touchdown drive by the Sharks and that last drive we just saw by Creeks, there really has not been a lot of offensive movement in this game. Both teams very tough run defenses. But outside of those two drives, which really that Creeks drive went the farthest in yardage. It's about a 60-yard drive that ended at the 5. But the Ponte Vedra drive, Creeks had him, and then you just have to watch out for that on a pitch play, because as long as you toss it to your receiver backwards if you're behind the line of scrimmage, but if you do it, you can do it forward as long as your foot doesn't pass the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what Matthew Denny did to Emra Allen Klempick, and that's been the difference in this game. Outside of that and that last Creeks drive, not a whole lot of offense in this match. That's how these games go. You know, every game, every quarter, every drive, every score has its own story. In this game, the story has been defense. On a Vedra, simple run up the middle. They're trying to burn some clock of their own. This will be about a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Ponte Vedra has all 3 of their timeouts. Creeks has 2. And they called that timeout before 4th and goal. Got a timeout called by Ponte Vedra. This will be their first of the second half. We'll take a quick one with them. 9:09 left on the clock. 6-0 Sharks. That's all right. All right, 9:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Now the timeout. Ponte Vedra up 6-0. They'll have it 2nd and 4. And this will be a quarterback keeper. And looks like he's got enough for a first down. It's Matthew Denny. And one of the bigger quarterbacks we've seen from these teams throughout the day.
That's enough for Ponte Vedra Sharks. First down.
So under 9 minutes to go here after the first down. So 1st and 10 from the, looks like the 27. Another keeper there for Denny. That 2nd and 10 as the Creeks defense stuffs it. Again, 2nd and 10 from, it looks like make that 2nd and 9 from about the, I believe it's the 30-yard line. This will be a direct snap to one of the running backs for Ponte Vedra, and he's out in space, gets past the defense, and one of the last men brings him down right around the 45. Ponte Vedra has found a little bit of life here. So they'll spot the football at around the 44. Big run here for the Sharks. That was a direct snap to one of the running backs that time. Another snap to another running back. Another big run. Make about 7. That was number 2 of Jacob Hines. Brings up a 2nd and 2. For the Sharks. Again, this drive started with about 61 seconds left in that third quarter after that nearly 9-minute drive by the Outlaws. Started all the way back at the 5-yard line. So depending on how this drive goes, this more than likely will be the longest drive of the game, depending on how far it goes. Direct snap to Hines. Looks like he got just enough for a first. 2-yard gain.
Another first down for the Sharks.
So 1st and 10, ball spotted about the 33-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go here in this second half. Ponte Vedra putting together a drive of their own here in the second half. And they've got one scoring drive today. Only score of the game. Direct snap to the running back. This is number 9 of James Hilly. He'll get up to about the 29. So bring up second and about 5. Line to gain is the 23, I believe, for Ponte Vedra. Just under 5 to play here in the 4th. Ponte Vedra, full backfield. Quarterback keeper there by Matthew Denny. Gained maybe a yard. So this will bring up a 3rd and 4. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field for a water break. Again, it's been I don't want to say fast-moving half, but the way the 2 drives that have been, the first one by the Outlaws, and now this one here by the Sharks, it's been a little bit here, a little bit there, and then a big chunk play. A little bit here, a little bit there, and then a chunk play. And, you know, you only need 10 yards for a first down. So if you really want to get crazily scientific with it, all you need to do is get about 3.33 yards per carry, with an exception of that 3-4. So, you know, do that. And then for Creeks, throw in a couple 4th downs that were converted, and you keep the time running. And for a first half that saw little to no offense to this half, where we're starting to see the slow, methodical movements of what these offenses are capable of, it's really been a tale of 2 halves. The scoreboard doesn't really tell you that, but it's been really a tale of 2 halves for both of these teams.
3rd down and 5.
So 3rd and 5 for Ponte Vedra. Direct snap there to Hilly, and he'll break it around the corner. And he's in for a touchdown. Sharks. No flags.
No flags on the play.
So the longest drive of the day for any game, 95 yards by the Ponte Vedra Sharks. And that was I believe that was a 27, 28-yard touchdown run. So Ponte Vedra has yet to have a play in the Outlaws red zone. Unbelievable. So they'll go for the 1-point try from the 3. It failed on a 1-point try earlier today. And this one is true. So Jacob Hines with the 1-point conversion. Wait a minute, there's a flag on the field. Looks like a legal formation. Or no, it's going to be a false start. Seemed like a later flag for a false start, but sometimes it happens that way. So this will be a 1-point try from the 8. And haven't seen a successful 1-point or even a 2-point try since the 6U game this morning. See if we can break through here. So the 1-point try from the 8. They'll pass it, and it's in the ground. The try is no good, so that'll keep it within 12. 12-0, Ponte Vedra. You kind of felt like they needed a insurance score, if you will, because Creeks had started to find their rhythm on offense in that last drive. That's big time if you are the Sharks because, again, as I just said, insurance score in this game because outside of those 2 drives that we have just seen here in this second half, really not a whole lot of offense in that first half with the exception of that touchdown run. So 3:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. Creeks will have it from the 35. Going to have to go quickly. See if they've got what they have in their playbook to go fast. They've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Play it to the handoff, up the middle. This is a long run here. About a 12-yard run for Brenton Nesbitt, one of the better running backs for this Outlaw squad. This will move it to under 3.5 remaining. Another run. Oh, they're going to do another fake end around there. And good open field tackle there. I believe that was number 66, Broderick Bierbach. Or actually, that might have been Samuel Blakely, number 88 there. So 2nd and 12 for Creeks. This time they'll go back to pass. Deep pass there. And good defense there by the Ponte Vedra defense. Outlaws fans asking for a penalty marker, and they will not get it. Looked pretty bang-bang play from up here. No early contact, just right place, right time. So this will be 3rd and 12 from the 45. They need the 43 of Ponte Vedra. And pass is incomplete. 4th and 12. And they're going to keep their offense on the field. 2:28 remaining here in the fourth. And each team has 2 timeouts. So 4th and 12. Back to pass is the Creeks quarterback, puts everything he has into it. Oh my goodness, it's caught! What a catch along the sideline. Marcus Malacote puts everything he has into it, but there is a penalty marker for holding. That's a tough one there for Creeks. I think that was Lucas Thatcher that had the catch. I know it doesn't count, but that was a beautiful play by the quarterback. Because you have to think, like, you know, these are kids. This is a 10 and under team, so the fact that he was able to get enough arc on that football and find an open receiver, and the receiver just to pay attention to it and see it, that looks, it's, despite the penalty, still looks great on tape. So this backs it up 4th down from the 35. got about 22 yards to get to first down land. It's going to be another deep pass attempt, trying to get away. And Malachont will be tackled in the backfield. Looked like it was.
At the conclusion of this game, if we can, please have no parents.
That was tackle made by Camden Collins of the Sharks.
No parents, please do not enter the field.
So Sharks will
Get the last game of the evening off because we got some inclement weather coming in.
So Sharks will start the drive from the Outlaw 28. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left on the clock. Direct snap to Jacob Hines. Still on his feet. Going around that left side. He'll take a stop. He'll stay inbounds right around the 11. And he's tackled. But not before making it past the first down marker. The offense starting to come alive here for the Sharks. So minute 49 on the clock. Sharks looking to try and punch it in again before the conclusion of this ball game. They're going to throw it, and it's complete right at the 1. Looks like that was number 8 of Ryan Milliken. And correction, it was caught at the 6-yard line. Got my yard lines mixed up. Math is hard, guys. But in all seriousness, no, that's about a 4-yard completion. And no timeouts taken here by the Outlaws just yet. Them and the Sharks each have 2. So we're now under a minute remaining here in this 10U Silver Bracket Championship game. Take the handoff up the middle, weaving and turning, and looks like he got across the line, but there is a flag. Looks like for false start. It was either
False start on the offense.
So that'll stop the clock with 45.2 seconds left. So 34.8 seconds to go. And Ponte Vedra trying to run out this clock, maybe get one more score. And touchdown, Ponte Vedra.
Touchdown again for the Sharks.
James Hilly with his second rushing touchdown of the afternoon. Makes it 18-0 Sharks.
And once again, either team, please, parents, please stay off the field once they do the trophy presentation.
So they'll go for the 1-point try from the 3.
We're going to try to start this next game with a 12U Silver Championship as soon as possible.
So that'll be, looks like a QB run, but it's no good. So 3 touchdowns scored today by Ponte Vedra, 2 by James Hilly and 1 by Emra Allen Klempick. So this will be potentially the last play of the game coming here for Creeks. 26.4 seconds left on the clock. Coming up, it'll be Oakleaf against Hastings. And around about 5 to 10 minutes after this game ends, it'll be the 12U Silver Bracket Championship for the North Florida Youth Football Conference. Snap is taken by Creeks. Intercepted! Intercepted by number 2 of Jacob Hines. So the exclamation point being added here for the Ponte Vedra Sharks. .9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I think Ponte Vedra will, I think they're going to do the victory formation kneel down here, more than likely.
Once again, Hastings, 12U, please start making your way to the field.
And QB1, number 15 of Matthew Denny, takes the kneel down, and that should do it. The Ponte Vedra Sharks take down the Creeks Outlaws by a score of 18-0 here in the 2025 North Florida Youth Football Conference Silver Bracket 10U Championship game. Well, guys, we've had 3 great games. We've got 1 more to go. Oakleaf taking on Hastings in just a few minutes here on QwikCut. It'll be our final championship game of this weekend. We can't wait to bring it to you. Don't go too far. It's going to be a fun one coming your way.